Okay, today we're going to talk about prime factorization, which basically just means we're taking any number. Let's start with a small number like 24, and we're asking what are the numbers that compose this number in terms of prime numbers when multiplied together give us a product of 24. So one thing I like to do first is I draw a tree, and I think about the smallest number that I can divide 24 by, excluding 1. Since it's an even number, of course we can divide it by 2. So let's put the 2 here, and then we simply say what's 24 divided by 2, and that would be 12. And we keep repeating the process. It's an even number again, so I can divide it by 2 again. And what's 12 divided by 2 is 6. 6 is still not prime. Prime meaning that I can divide the number only by itself and 1. So what can I divide 6 by? Of course, 2 again. So that becomes 6 divided by 2 is 3. And then the only number I can divide 3 by would be itself and 1. So here I have my answer. Just drop the camera. It's okay, stuff happens. So anyway, I've got my answer over here on the side. If I multiply all of these prime numbers together, I'll get 24. In other words, 2 times 2 times 2 times 3 equals 24. Now, the way I really want to express this, though, is by using exponents. It's a little more succinct, and it just looks better. And it's the way that Montpelier Middle School expects the answer on the skills assessment. So in this case, we have 2 times 2 times 2. I know I can write that as 2 to the power of 3 times 3. And of course, because that's my final answer, I'm going to box or circle it. And that's it. So we can do this with, of course, any number out there. Let's do one more quick example. How about if we did a harder number like, I don't know, 145. And in this case, I can, knowing my fives table, I know that any number ending in 5 or 0 is divisible by 5. So let's divide it by 5. 5 goes into 1 0 times. 5 goes into 14 2 times, leaving a remainder of 4. 4 and 5 would be 9. In other words, what I just did was long division. And I just said that 5 goes into 145 29 times. Now, the interesting thing about 29 is that it is a prime number. In fact, I cannot divide it by 7 or 6 or 12 or 10 or 9 or anything except for 29 and 1. So I'm done. This happens to be a very easy number to factor. So my answer would be 5 times 9. Put a box around it. And you'll notice, one thing I want to point out here is you'll notice this is the smaller of the two. And this is the larger. So you always want to put the smaller numbers to the left and the larger numbers to the right in your answer. That's just the preferred convention for this skill. Okay, I hope you learned something today, and I encourage you to practice with Any number you can contrive. It can be a 2-digit number, 3-digit number, 4-digit number, etc. Challenge yourself. Okay, good luck.